Guys can be wishy-washy. And if you click this video, it's probably because you don't know what the hell he is thinking. I'm Hick. If you're watching this, it's probably because you want to know what to look for to figure out if a guy really likes you. One minute he's really cool, one minute he's an asswipe. You probably got that shit off the internet, I'm gonna be honest. Let me let you know the things you can look for to really figure out if a guy likes you. Okay, and he's not just wasting your time. Okay. Number one, if a guy alters the way he behaves around you, and you've seen him with his friends, you've seen him in his comfort zone, you've seen him out and about, he's playful, he's funny, he's loud, he's obnoxious, he's having a good time. He gets with you and all of a sudden he's mute, he's stiff, he's boring, he doesn't say anything at all. Your friends don't even know if he talks. It's probably because he really likes you. He don't want to say nothing stupid to ruin it. Most of the time, if a guy likes a girl, he wants to look his best around her. He wants to look really cool. He wants to look really debonair. He doesn't want to make a mistake. And the issue is with that is that if you really like somebody and you mute your personality, they will not like you. They will think you're boring. They will think you're stiff. It's almost like he's planking, but he's not laying down. He probably doesn't even look happy. A lot of times guys forget to smile when they're nervous. But if a guy looks really stiff and really nervous around you, he definitely is interested, or he at least finds you attractive. That's number one. Number two. What the hell? I can count. Number two. A guy who really likes you is going to be more interested in being that guy who takes up the most time with you than he will be trying to create sexual energy or telling you how hot you are or attractive you are. The problem with this is many girls think if a guy is not constantly trying to create that type of energy, then he's not into him. And so if a guy hasn't tried to kiss you, or a guy hasn't touched you, or a guy hasn't tried to, get any of that energy started up, a lot of times a girl will feel like, well, he really doesn't like me. Maybe he just wants to be friends. That's not true. Sometimes a guy really wants to invest the time that it takes to get to know someone. And a lot of times, the nice guys finish last because of this, because girls don't know the difference between genuine interest and sexual interest. I just wanted to throw that out there. If a guy seems boring or he seems like he might not be making moves, there could be other reasons behind that. It's just something to consider. He wants to be the guy who takes up your time. Figure out which guy is trying to be important to you. Any guy going out of his way to be important to you probably already finds you very important. Another thing that you can look out for, number three. I did it again. I can't count now. Three. It's early. Another thing a guy will do if he's genuinely interested in you is try to create a bond with you. A genuine guy would do this by really trying to find out what you like, the things you like to do, the things you believe in, whether that's politics, it's movie interests, hobbies. He wants to figure out how much you have in common. And it's not a tell me this one great long conversation till the sunrise type of thing. It's over time. Again, like number two, guys will invest time in the women they find value in. The women who get the hit it and quit it treatment generally don't require guys to give them that time. Like number two, if a guy is constantly trying to get in your head, then you're probably in his head. And I'm not talking about the cocky but funny. I'm not talking about acting like a jerk until you start to like him and then pulling back and these pickup artist tricks and schemes. I'm talking about a guy who's genuinely trying to figure you out. A guy who wants to talk to you every day. A guy who goes out of his way to make excuses to be around you or to talk to you. He calls you for something stupid like, hey man, I was just going to hang out at the Starbucks and I remembered you liked vanilla latte Vindies, and I was just trying to figure out if you wanted me to bring you a Starbucks Venti latte because I was in the neighborhood. I know your house is like 14 miles away from the nearest Starbucks. because you probably live in a bad neighborhood. The point is, he's going to go out of his way to be around you. That's from making really unnecessary trips around the globe or city just to do favors for you, just to be seen as the guy who's nice. He didn't realize that this might be a strike against him, but he's always going to want to be in your presence at all times. Pickup artists don't give women time, and that's what women don't realize. Women look for this smooth, debonair, really confident guy who comes, sweeps them off their feet, and then he gives them the rest of his life. That's not how it works. The smooth, debonair guy that comes and sweeps you off your feet doesn't give you the rest of his life. He probably only gives you a few nights. He gives you about 2 or 3 dates. He gives you 4 or 5 minutes. He gives you sex, and then he gets out of there because that's not what he wanted, was a relationship. A lot of times, women will be impressed when guys are honest about what they really want. Oh, I just want to have fun. And the girl will be, oh my God, he's so honest. He's just so honest. I can't believe it. So, we had sex. I don't know. I really like him. I didn't know what to do. You don't have sex with the motherfucker. If that's what you want is a relationship. Sex doesn't give you a relationship. No commitment plus sex doesn't equal a relationship. It just doesn't. What do I know? I do know guys. To recap, number 1, he's nervous, he's fidgety, he acts slightly different than he does in his natural state when he's around you. He's not as fun, he's not as charismatic, he's kind of stiff, he just doesn't want to say anything. He might be a little bit sweaty, depending on how nervous you make him. Sign number 2 is that he's trying to figure out how to fill up your time under any means necessary. He's trying to call you a lot. He's trying to be around you a lot. He's looking for reasons to ask you about the assignments or what you think about this. He pretends like you guys have this closeness that has yet to be built, but he's looking for any way to be around you, be in your presence, talk to you, take up your time. He also wants to be the last guy you talk to before you go to sleep, but that's another video. Sign number 3, I can count now, right? Sign number 3 is he'll do more to create a bond than sexual energy. It's not about how hot you are. It's not about how attractive you are. It's not about how sexy your legs are. It's about how cool you are, how smart you are, how he loves how you guys get along, how he values your opinions, how your politics match, how your passions match, how he thinks it's cool that you do thus and so. That's more of what his intention is to get close to you, so he doesn't necessarily have to always tell you how sexy you are, because he's hoping that becomes apparent in the time he gives you. Girls, for some reason, are attracted to pickup artists, but no one wants a pickup artist. Who wants to be used, or who wants to be one of the millions and millions of the Rocks fans, or some douche, whatever. If you want more, like, comment, subscribe. I've been told to say this. I guess it's a thing on YouTube, so I'm going to tell you. Like, comment, subscribe. See you next time.